Hey CHW fans and Facebook friends, it's Nikky Chance here for my 20th Q&A. So let's start off right away with the questions. Ray Carson asked, what do you think of the #1 contender match for the CHW Interstate title? The match was against, was Agent Exile versus Executor. Pretty good match. Unfortunately, Executor won, and I don't really think that he deserves to be #1 contender for the Interstate title. I've beaten him, and he hasn't really done much since his first season in CHW, so why does he deserve to be Interstate Champion? Robert Salso asked, do you care for the Swede Savard versus Devastator match? This was also mentioned after the match between Agent Exile and Executor. Matty Boyle and Swede talked about how Swede wants to take out the other members of FTW. He also wants to be a little bit more sadistic. I think it's going to be an interesting match. Devastator is a massive beast, and he has a really good record in the CHW as far as things go. So it'll be interesting to see. He's also a past tag team champion, so Swede, but I guess we're going to see what happens. I don't think Swede has much of a chance against them. Robert Salso also asked, how long do you plan on being in CHW? I plan on being there for a while. I just got in there this year, and I haven't won any championships yet, and I really want to prove to everybody that I'm going to be the best, and I'm going to do just that. Alex Davis asked, if you could choose to have a brutal rivalry in CHW, who would it be with? There's a lot of great CHW wrestlers, past and present. I would really like to have a match with Miniac. I've said it many times before, Matt Rage. But I think the person I can get the most out of with is Miniac. I think that me and her could really have a brutal match, and if she ever accepts my challenge. You also asked, if you were suddenly fired from CHW, who would you jump ship to, as in like which fed or league would you jump ship to? I'm not sure I would. There's been a lot of backyard wrestling that I've been watching recently just to get an idea of the other feds around, and I don't think I would. If I got fired from CHW, that's probably where the wrestling dream would end for me. Tammy Chispa-Cardass asked, not sure if this has been asked in previous Q&A, but how did you come up with your wrestling name and gimmick? Well, the wrestling name Nikky Chance came to me through some debate, actually. I had originally had the idea of going with Chance as my name, just Chance alone. But there was some debate with some members of CHW, and we actually talked about, maybe you should have like a first name. And I thought of Nikky because of my brother, sister, and cousins, as well as many of my close friends. They call me Nikky as a nickname instead of Nicholas, of course. And I liked it. I thought Nikky Chance just sounded really good, so at that point I was like, okay, well, let's put it down on paper. You also asked what my favorite food is. My favorite type of food is probably like Mexican type food. I'm a really big fan of like burritos, tacos kind of thing. A lot of like southern influence food, I really like that. Jordan Scott Cassette asked, do you collect anything? Being a video gamer, I do sometimes collect video games, but not that much. The one video game that I have collected the most from, though, is Skylanders. I have a massive collection of them. I think it's about 55 of them right now. And that's about that's my collection. And why doesn't CHW do entrance music? Honestly, a lot of our wrestlers come out and talk. We come out, I do it personally. I come out and I talk with my cards. Entrance music would probably take away from that, and it's just not something that's necessary. Yan Nerona asked, did you ever try to be a pro wrestler? Actually, Yan, a little while ago I mentioned in a video that I had an opportunity to wrestle in a ring, and I actually ended up performing a match, and I might have another opportunity to perform one later on in the year. So we're going to see what happens with that. Maybe one day I'll pick up some footage and put it on my page. Kyle Baker asked, will you have a future match with Kyle Silveira? I know I said I'd check out your videos today. I kind of got busy with work and whatnot. However, I will check them out, and I'll answer this question more next week. But I'm sure that if we could get it figured out between CHW and your league, more than likely we'd be able to have a match with each other. I don't see why not. Jacob Philippact asked, are CHW fights pre-recorded? The easy answer is yes. They're pre-recorded beforehand and edited before going up on the YouTube page, but they're filmed that day, if that helps. They're normally filmed that day along with the promos, which are done inside. and then we piece them all together and put them on the CHW YouTube page. We have a production team that takes care of that. Benny the Worst asked, do you consider yourself to be a face or a heel? I would say heel. I'm probably going to say I'm the anti-heel, though. I really like my fans, and I try to put on the best show that I can, but there's a lot of the other wrestlers that don't like my cocky attitude, which is too bad, because I'm that good. Mike McConis asked, when did you get your tattoo? My tattoo, obviously you may have seen a picture of it. It's my boat tattoo, which I got as an ode to my grandmother and other people that have passed away in my life. I got it July 2nd, I believe it was 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember exactly when. Time just kind of blurs together. But yeah, it was about 3 years ago that I got the tattoo. And Jacob Philippak asked, when is Chance of Exile back in action? Honestly, right now, we've both come to an agreement that we want to work on our singles career for the time being. Obviously, Exile just had his #1 Contenders match for the Interstate Championship, and he lost. It's unfortunate, but I'm going to be going after the Interstate title myself. So you might not see us for the rest of the season, but never say never. It could happen. Alright, so those are all the questions I'm going to answer for today. Thank you guys for all the questions that you gave. You can go to my Facebook page and add me. I will gladly accept the friend request. If you have any other questions, feel free to post it on my wall or send it to me in a message. Go to the CHW Backyard Facebook page and like it to get all the up-to-date information, or you can even go to the www.chwbackyard.com website to get up-to-date information and even roster details and things like that. Then there's, of course, the YouTube pages. You can subscribe to mine, the Nikky Chance page, and you can also subscribe to the CHW Backyard page for, up-to-date matches and things like that. Alright guys, thanks a lot again, and be safe.